Right.
So, you need authorization from the security police if you want to look at banned material.
So, hi there, Albert. Nice to see you, and thank you for joining me this morning for my COVID-19 vlog that I'm going to be hosting. So, I just want to say thank you that you're joining me this morning. It's Thursday, the 7th of May, 2020, and you are with me in South Africa during lockdown. How are you experiencing lockdown in South Africa?
I think we're privileged there, so it's not that bad. And I'm also sharing house with friendly people. So it's not too many trials and tribulations. Eh? It's going quite smooth. Must I have this camera that way, rather?
You can, because it's probably going to have a bit more of the screen. So that's, yeah, that will work.
Yeah.
So what is the most difficult thing that you found in lockdown? What are the things that you miss, or the restrictions? How are you doing with getting in and out? Are there any limitations to where you can go?
Sounding too privileged, I think my main challenge was the dogs, the walking, because it's a little bit of a freak out, you know, not being able to walk the dogs, and they're so reliant on that. But now we're going. We also worked around it, so we walked through the house and around the one alley, which is an easy route, for about 13 minutes or something like that. You know, it was probably 10 or so rounds, 15 rounds or something like that. So they got a bit of exercise. It's difficult to get them to understand they must follow. So I would walk with biltong or something in my hand. And we also discovered lovely services. You know, the people, Raw Nutrition, they deliver, and very good veggies and stuff. And we discovered them for the first time ever. I think they were in the commercial industry, and now they also learned how difficult it is for people not being able to go to the shops. And they came to the party in a big way, and very good quality and good pricing, and very neat as well, you know, wrapped in plastic. And then we would, I can maybe just show you, you can see me now, hey?
Yes.
There's the one big partner. That's the man.
Hello.
He follows me. He's older now, Dainky. So he follows me everywhere. When I sit inside my office, he come lie right behind my chair, always at the risk of getting into trouble. Okay, so yeah, this is where we would clean all the stuff, you know. It's right here, and as you, okay. So I'm not going to show you.
You've got a nice big yard, though. So some people like we've got a tiny backyard, so we kind of got bored with being stuck inside and being able to only run, like, I think it's an 8x4, my backyard. Yours looks nice and spacious.
Yeah, thank you. So I mean, this is it's tiny still, but anyway, so this is where we could do a lot of stuff. Also on that same patio is where me and the youngest of Mariette's sons exercise. He's a MMA boxer.
Oh, wow.
Fighter, that's the word. And he had a knee operation, so he has to keep himself going. So the two of us sit on chairs here, and he introduced me. Well, no, didn't introduce me. I'm a regular gym disco boxer. You know those classes where you hop around and you make as if you Bruce Lee. Those. So we would sit on both sides of this table on the patio, and do air boxing, and then we would on the lawn there do a lot of sit-ups and whatever else. He's here, and he is working at because he's doing powerful punching and so on. He's working at getting the roof off this building. You see here.
Yes.
So when he boxes, he punches this bag, and the whole house, all the doors shudder. You know, you hear the vibrations inside.
So he's a scary guy.
He's a scary guy.
Powerful.
And he's my coach, and I'm actually getting nice and fit because we've been exercising how long now, Jason? For how many? For 2 weeks. 2 weeks we've been exercising. He says my rhythm is getting better and all that because he also he holds up the gloves for me. What do you call those? The pads. And I got stuff, yeah. And also pushes me to do the sit-ups and the push-ups and everything like that.
So do you think your routine has changed since lockdown? Is this new to you to try these things indoors? And
definitely has, eh? I used to go out daily and either do a spin class or twice a week the disco boxing drill with the ladies at the gym. But now it's changed. Now I'm getting coached by a real fighter. Never before.
That's awesome. And do you think you guys are bonding now that you're working out together?
Of course. We are bonding, and he says never before, as I have.
Have you enjoyed training before like now?
That's right. It's lovely. It really is. Eh? It's a thanks, Jason.
That's right.
Thank you.
It's a lovely way of exercising. And you know what's interesting? It's also less injury prone. Listen how this door rattles. Listen.
Oh wow.
They stop now.
So he's someone to look out for on the circuit.
Someone to look out for. Yeah, it's nice to have him around. Maybe I can just show you quickly. Here's my alarm system. Can you see it?
Yeah, I can.
So even I get scared often when I see that bloke sitting there.
That is very scary. Are you in your office now?
I'm in my office. You see, this is very small. And a ton of stuff happens here. There's where we're trying to get the Zoom going.
Oh, yes. And now you're on your phone. So all this technology, having interviews online and...
There, it's opened up.
And I can see some of your posters behind you on the wall of the movies and stuff you've done.
Fascinating, eh? Fascinating. There's the man still. Here's another exercise area, because what Jason did is he built himself 2 gyms, 3, 4, 3, 5. The one in the garage. Then on the floor here, he would put all his mats and work with these exercise equipment like you see here. Those are the pads and the boxing gloves, the weights, some of them old stuff. I've been boxing with this on my wrists. It's radical. And yeah, this is a wooden bench made by the greatest artist in the world, Llewellyn Alberts. Google him. You will be surprised. Let me just show you the horse he made. He made these horses. Check there. See?
Oh, wow. That's beautiful.
It's for kids, and it works perfect.
I think my 2-year-old needs one of those.
Yeah, no, that's just the right size for a 2-year-old. What else can I quickly show you here? Just having spoken about the biggest artist in the world, he put in drawers for me at some point. And look at that.
The finish is incredible.
A truffle, I don't know what you call it. And he bought them for R2 each. Then he would off the cement flat metal part that works the cement. And this would be the handle. And he cuts off the edge of the handle. He puts 2 together. And I am the only man in the world with these. And he built the drawers. Look how fantastic.
Wow, bespoke furniture.
Okay.
That's awesome. You're lucky. I think you got a special treat there.
Yeah.
Oh, you've got a fireplace. Is that where you braai?
It is his fireplace. So this is where we braai. There you see Jason is now moving, and with a crutch. He's got the crutches, but look there, he's moving smoothly now already. He's near to getting to healing. and she will just wave.
Hi there.
This used to be the yellow tafel, the yellow wood table, and this and that. Yeah. Now it's her office, and here's the old cupboard that she just brought in here. She must talk on the phone. Praat maar.
Hallo Anton.
So she's running her business from home now.
Yeah. This is my son is doing architecture.
Oh wow, that's
And
incredible.
that is a set that I designed. It was my set design for a play that we did in Cape Town, the name Playland. So
Yes, because it's strange, because I don't think people will know this, but we actually worked together on a short film, and that's how I know you.
That's
And
right.
then I saw your beautiful production, MOOI Maria, on stage.
What production did you see?
MOOI Maria.
MOOI Maria. Okay, there we are.
Yes, I loved it.
And, thank you very much.
I was I mean, theatre and film and everything, the whole industry, I think, is pretty spectacular. I mean, it's so hard for all the actors and people now that it's stopped, but I read that somewhere that they're opening up the film industry and the TV series can start filming again in South Africa now that we're on a lower level of lockdown.
I saw.
So what is the thing that you will remember most about lockdown?
You know, I think it was quite pleasant. I was also recuperating from an operation, so it's a time that I will remember, you know, with a lot of people around me and walking into all kinds of areas here now, and that it was nice for me because I wasn't lonely in recuperating, and now I'm up and running again. Here's Julian. And the two of us are editing a video for the Melkbos Care Center. The people in Melkbos Strand who they're doing miracles. Currently, they're working with dummies and providing. I know 2 days ago they provided 500 meals in the village.
Incredible.
Then there would be a day break. I'm not sure exactly how it works, and then they would provide 300 meals for the areas in the vicinity, which I think is Wolverrivier and so on. It's people who are in dire straits. And
yes, because this whole lockdown has caused people to lose their jobs, not to have income, being stuck in one place, and so starvation is real. There are people out there who don't have money for food.
That's right. Nadya, so this is more or less.
What is the editing on? What program do you use?
DaVinci Resolve.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
I used to do editing, but that was years ago on like Media 100, about 20 years ago.
Yeah, and you just show us quickly the emblem of these people. There they are. Can you see it?
Awesome. Oh, that's lovely. So this is a shout out to the Melkbos people who are helping out all these wonderful families. Well done, you guys.
Yeah. We're just helping with a because we can with a video. The people who are doing the miracles, the Karen Dreyers and her whole team, of people. So that's more or less what we're doing here, eh?
That's awesome. So what is the strangest thing you started eating since lockdown? Because I started eating 2-minute noodles, which I never ate.
I've had the 2-minute noodles. Oh man, with Jason here, he's trying to eat really healthy. So we've been doing a lot of healthy stuff. I'm getting after the operation, I had to eat a lot of starches and stuff, and can now move away from those. But yet, what are we eating that we're not regularly eating normally? We braai, yeah, more than normally. And then they discovered at the OK here, which is they're really doing a wonderful service for us. They discovered the dough in a big bag. It's cheap. And then Marit and needs it or something. KNEED, is that a word like that?
Yes.
Knie, die deeg. And then we put it, we make rooster koek,
Oh, that's awesome. Very traditionally South African.
grillcake.
Yes. Nice.
Yeah.
With some jam and
Yeah.
cheese, apricot jam and cheese.
Yes, that's perfect. That is absolutely the recipe. Apricot jam and cheese. So behind me here, you'll see Andrew Willefeer. He was a school friend of mine. He passed away at the age of 35 due to his post-traumatic stress. You know, those guys, they don't survive. And they also didn't die on the border. They came back to the Republic and would die in a car accident or something like that. So that one was bought by Chris van Niekerk and from Andrew, while Andrew was still alive.
Wow.
He was living in Del Josaphat in Paul. He was actually the manager of the arts community there. Then one night I got a call from Chris van Niekerk. He said to me, Albert, are you coming to watch our play at the Baxter Theatre? I said, that's right. And remember the Baxter Theatre, buy a cup of coffee and you can also help them survive. And he brought me this lovely gift. He says he doesn't have a place for it any longer. And it is the most beautiful piece of work. You could see that. Hey,
Yes.
I'm not sure what all you see. Here's another one of his. He was a farm boy.
Oh,
So
wow.
he made these, look, yeah, I can shed some more light. Here's Andrew's chandeliers. Look there. Not Andrew's, that's Llewellyn, the guy who made the horses. Those are the chandeliers that he makes.
Oh, incredible. Very talented. We should try and post a link with this.
He is incredibly talented. He's the best artist in the world, this Llewellyn. He can just do everything and anything. Okay, so there's the Farm Boys, one of his big paintings. You can see how he was influenced. This is a little maniki standing there weeing on this bloodied ox. And you see all the red there. So it's
Yes.
the farm background that he has. And then after he's come back from the war, the vibe there.
And the impact of what that does, and the style of art is, all of us get an expression through whatever we express our art through. And when people paint things like that, it's part of letting go of all the pent up emotions and the things that they have to deal with.
That's it. And how he's, you know, from the green grass and the whatever else you can associate oxen with, turned to red, and little man pissing on that. Here's that's a play that I did just to show you my son. Fleur, we're now becoming grandfather and grandmother.
Hey, congratulations.
And, me and his mother. So Fleur and Leandri and Leah is getting probably a brother. This was in another play that we did that played too little. That is the horns of a buck. What do you call it? In Tikogelaar.
Okay, because you've done quite a lot of stuff. When I went through your IMDb, I was like, loads. What if your film or theatre experiences stands out above the rest?
Man, I dare say anything that I did behind the scenes already stands out for me from what I've done in front of the cameras. From where in the year 2000, 2002 to 2006, 7 thereabouts, I worked with social workers in Wellington, ProCare, Mariki Besaidnout, Pieter Arnel, and a handful of other people, and Hortgrow, which are people in agriculture, and did educational theatre for them. And 2 of those plays that we did, one play reached 600,000 spectators, audience members, in Afrikaans, English, and Xhosa. 2 of those plays were made into feature films by me and 2 younger blokes, and those, they are doing the rounds. At least the films, the feature films, are getting seen, and it's they're not educational theatre films. They're based on them, but they are commercial. Then, I'd just like to say, let me first answer your question. Then the plays, these plays that you've seen, I don't have posters for all of them, but I have for some. There was the Mooi Maria, there's the Rebellie van LAFRAS VERWEY.
Yes.
which we did with the mechanicals. It's a group of people in Cape Town who said, why shall we sit around at home when we don't have work and not work? We doing that for free. So let's actually work, and we do it for free. And if the play is a success, then that'll be lovely, because we will then maybe earn a little bit of money. And you'll be surprised at the names of the people. That was the first Afrikaans production they did, and I was honored to be the director. Look at those names. Can you see them?
Incredible.
Yeah. So those are the people who, they were out of work at that time, and they were prepared to work for free. This production won the Fleur Cup Awards for most popular play. Best actor was Carl Nell, and best director, I was happy to say.
Yeah.
One also got a couple of awards. Can you read them?
No, I can't. It didn't show properly, but maybe I'll list them in the link to the video. Oh, there we go. Yeah, now I can see them.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah, Anthea Thompson won Best Actress. That was at the AARDKLOP Festival. Best Production as well as Best Director. Well, I wanted to show you. Oh, this play, Die Van Hades van Grootoor, with a beautiful cast. And you know, I just like to single out something there, but Marion Holm was in this play. And when she became the old lady, all of those people had to go through transitions. And when she became the old lady, she was the funniest thing that's been on a stage since, what's that actress's name? She was also a singer. I regularly remember her name. She was in a play, It's a Boy, and the audience would laugh so much that the play can't go on. Now with Marion, it was the same. She would have to stand with her back to the audience and stand still for 20 seconds or so before the audience would start calming down. It probably is the funniest thing that's been on a stage since, what was her name? The singer, she's passed away. She lived in Woolsley her last days. It'll come to me. You can put it over the image and say.
Yes, I will put it as a text.
Yeah.
And Albert, I want to know something. What is there about you that no one really knows on the outside world? Tell us something that people might not know about you. Your worst fear. It could be something that you do that people might not realize. You might have a secret talent. Maybe you've done skydiving. You've got a tattoo.
Man, I'm not sure what to do. Maybe I should just say, because this is close at hand, I love singing.
Ah, okay. See, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I've set up a little system here, and I like doing that. It gives me great joy. But it's, you know, I've used it sometimes. I've done singing on stage, and in one of the TV series in Dwaalster. The challenge was Nicola Hanekom phoned me and said she's writing this TV series, and the actor has to be able to sing Nessun Dorma. And why she approached me, because we worked on a play and my warm-ups were always singing, and classical singing most of the time, because for many years I knew when I had to go when I had to go on stage in a play that your voice got to be trained. So I used to go to Margriet Stemmet. She's a fantastic voice coach and singing coach. She sang in wat is Vienna in Engels?
Vienna.
Vienna, and actually got a book on her life. Yeah, if I wasn't so far from it now, I would have showed you the book. And then I would do the warm-ups, and especially when we played Land van Skedels, we played it outdoors at the Cock and Carl. Then I would go walk ahead of the time, you know, hour before the time. I would go there there were like hills and dungeons and so on. I would walk around there and do the scene. And so Nicola Hanekom remembered that, phoned me and said, "Can you get the high note in Nesendorma?" And I lied and said yes. And that settled that. And I immediately phoned Margriet Stemmet and I said, "Margriet, I need to start training now, because if they want to test me before they give me the part, then I'll have to pass the test."
Yeah.
And it was a mother of a training that. It's a difficult song to sing. But yeah.
You
and
did
then
it.
I sung it, and it was on TV, and nobody said too much that was negative about it. You know? There were no huge insults. What else I would like to say? Oh yeah, of course. And I've sung. I know I had a huge falsetto when I was a younger man, and I sung in Rooi Koppiekie was the name of the. Rolanda Maree was Rooi Koppiekie. There were lovely other people, Frank Opperman, Gavin van den Berg, Charlene City Richards, and so on. And I played Rooi Koppiekie's mother. My husband was June van Merch, and we sang a beautiful song written by, who wrote those? Esther von Walsleben was involved with the writing, and Francois Torings, I think. And they wrote a lovely, very funny song. Going something like, "Hey, carpe diem, more William, vini, 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 que serra, serra, sole mio." And then it went,
wow,
why than that, you know.
That's awesome.
My last song was the singing on stage was in Heidi. I was very fortunate to be asked to play Heidi's grandfather with Carly Heine as Heidi. Very, very sweet young actress that she can do anything, sing, dance, act. And it was a very, very good experience with a lovely cast. And we played at I'm not sure, probably all the festivals. Very nice. Also, a song that was also written again by the same team. Esther was involved with the writing, and Francois Torings, Myne Groep Weer, did the tune. And it was something like, what was that? How did it go? Het was altyd maar net ek gewees, alleen loper in die gees. Nou maak die pad 'n onverwagse draai. And then he sings about. And
you remember all of these songs? That's incredible. It stays with you.
Some of the bits of it, yeah. Then me and Carly sang the rest of the song. It's a beautiful song. It's and that's also, you know, as I say, I'm not always keen to go live on stage. Love to work behind the scenes, but when I saw the song, I thought I'd love to do this song.
Yes, I can see you sparkle up when you sing. You're all shiny.
Yeah. So to answer the rest of your question, what else? I've done the feature films, and then I've done documentaries on Van Wyk Louw, NP Van Wyk Louw, the legendary Afrikaans poet. I've done 2 programs on his life, and using actors, singers in the programs, and they were also stage shows, which we then filmed. I was also always a great believer of that. If you film a stage show right, then it can become a beautiful film or TV production.
Yes.
And did that with a program that we did on the poetry of Jean Goosen as well. And yeah, those documentaries they entertain. There's a word for it, docutainment or entertain dockies or something, something like that. Anyway, so they haven't been fruitfully used so far, but there are people interested to broadcast them, and I cannot wait for the day. They were made in 2010, 2008, thereabouts already. Yeah, I wanted to film way back when. I had Owens in the Wings, Bliksem Productions. They're fantastic people to work with. I had them on standby in Pretoria to film in that very creative way of filming. I think, you know, I know film directors overseas and worked in that style.
Yeah.
To film FAAN se TREIN way back when. But,
Oh, yes.
there were legal red tape and other hindrances. So unfortunately, that couldn't happen. It would have been a fantastic production, with Paul Eilers, who's now not with us anymore. So yeah, that's more or less.
So you in a nutshell. So just one last question: if there's one person, living or not living, that impacted your life the most, who would that be?
Man, I'd probably lie if I don't say it was my mother and my father. Definitely would be them. I had an art teacher, and I know Dion Maas and other guys who were at school with us, and Andrew. We were ruggerbuggers at school.
What school did you go to?
V.F. Milan in Belleville.
No way! I matriculated there.
Okay, you see where the quality. Now my ex's late husband was also in V.F. Milan. So when we talk, then you realize it's not something that you can always brag about. You have certain traits which are dicey. We love it. But
yeah. Well, maybe rebellious nature for me.
No, you can. I think I used to be able to spot when I worked in Joburg. I used to be able to spot somebody from Linden High School for a cultural kind of stance, and they're also beautiful people. Often, likable people.
Yeah.
I had a little bit of that with Randburg High School as well. With V.F. Milan, if I can give anybody a tip, you'll notice it in their language when even when you see them, they don't mind too much how they say things. So anyway, we there was this art teacher, and us ruggerbuggers, we at some point would play a rugby game on a Saturday morning and go back to school to go do art.
Wow!
Because we loved Elsa Slabbert and how she introduced us
to art.
Yeah, it was the most
But
beautiful.
do you still paint now?
No.
Why?
I think maybe, I've now lost confidence in the fact that I probably can do some. I'll show you some of my paintings from school. Here's some drawings of mine. That is a flower.
Oh, beautiful. From school?
Flower, 1976.
I was a year old.
That was an onion. Man, here are more.
You should keep painting or drawing, Albert.
Yeah, it'll be
You've
nice.
got the time now. You can't say you don't have time. It's lockdown. Stationery shops are open, I think.
Yeah, it's a pity I can't. No, listen, what happened, I think, also is, you start getting... Anna.
Hello.
Anna's a radical walker and fitness freak from Melkbos, and she's lovely and a fantastic cook as well. Something I wanted to show you. Oh, look here. This is also mine.
See? And I see it's nature. You like painting and drawing nature while drawing nature and...
I don't know. That's probably what they suggested we should do. Look at all these drawings. There's a lady. She's still alive. She lives in Huis van der Walt in Belleville. And her name is Reiki Pretorius. And she drew these pictures. There's my father.
Oh, wow.
That was me as a small boy.
Oh, cute.
And Chris Barnard.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Surgeon.
Another drawing of mine.
I love that. I like the shading.
Thank you.
You should do oil painting or watercolors or just for fun. I paint. It's therapeutic.
Look at that, the D.F. Milan blazer. You recognize it?
Yeah. Who would have guessed we were in the same high school? Good stock.
Yeah, I think so. I think so. Yeah, so there are many paintings. And my second name is Van Zyl. So there's a bit of a history on the Van Zyls. Have I answered your last question? Your last question was, I was talking about the Elsa Slabbert. And then, you know, recently, a year ago, in the last year, I realized that the people I'm learning the most from are my sons.
Amazing.
And, that is, yeah.
They're our biggest teachers, the little ones. And the young. I learn a lot from my 2-year-old, like how to smile properly and laugh a lot.
Congratulations with the 2-year-old.
Thank you. And when's your grandchild going to be born?
In November sometime. So the grandmother was on 11 November. She's not with us anymore. So 11 or close by. She was a lovely lady, my mother. So I suspect that that it's a good star sign. And then both my sons are.
I think it's Sagittarius, like me.
Oh, that's got a funny ring to it, isn't it? Isn't there something about the Sagittarius?
They're the best. They're friendly, warm, adventurous.
Oh, really? Okay. Okay. Scorpions? Are they friendly like scorpions?
Who's a scorpion?
No, it's just out of my memory of my probably friends.
They have a sting, but they're pretty cool people. They're normally very intellectual, but they do have a side. Don't get on the wrong side of a Scorpio.
Okay. Okay. All right. That does ring a bell.
What star sign are you?
I'm Taurus.
Oh, quite feisty, headstrong, powerful.
Yeah, that all sounds right. Eh? But it's not I'm not ashamed of it at all. And often people say, "Yeah, that man's a Taurus," and he's like all those words that you said. Now, I said, but those are the pillars of society, you know.
And their strength, you know. You need leaders. You can't all be softies. We've got to be leaders.
Yeah, for sure. So I like that somebody who has their own headstrong opinions and not ashamed to try and share it. You know, as long as you can. You know what I've learned over the years, and it's also good to say, all right. You know, I'm in the minority here, so I'll let everybody have his way. You know, it's not to say that that your opinions must be so strong that you won't give in.
Yes, you still have to be able to be slightly flexible, but I think to be able to stand for what you believe in is important. And especially now where everything's become so PC and everything is so flexible in terms of what's going on in the world. So many things are just allowed and things are happening that I think we need to get back to more like a moral way of living. Morals and things have gone out the window, and what is happening in governments and corruption and all of these things, I think we need to get back to a little bit more of a what is good and what is right.
I agree with you. No, for sure. For sure. I'm just standing here while we're talking, looking at my people. Always find these kind of things odd. There's my little teddy bear from my youth.
Oh my word! That's like the original teddy bear that you imagine when you see a story.
Yeah, that was my dad's. Here's a fez here somewhere. Where's the fez? I'm struggling to see the fez that he had made for himself in District 6. Yeah.
Look at all your collections of things.
Yeah, it is. There's me as a small boy.
Oh wow! Let me see the photograph. Show it again, Albert. Oh, you were adorable.
There's me and Mardine. Mardine is still a friend of mine. There, my two little boys.
Oh, cute, man.
I just saw on this side, I'm not struggling to see the fez, man. That'll be a heartbreak if the fez is. It must be right there. I'll find it now. And in here, you know, the kind of historical pictures of the days when white people had to paint black to be on stage.
Oh my word!
And there's the C2C cigarettes that we used in FAAN's TREIN. The packet was made by Koos Maree, who is a super artist, and I have the Invictus book. So I read the Invictus book while we were working on Invictus.
Yes.
And I carried it with me and wanted the signatures of Clint Eastwood, Morgan Freeman, and Matt Damon. And then one night but you weren't allowed. If you tried to sneak a picture or something with your cell phone, a policeman, plainclothes policeman, would tap you on your shoulder and say, "Put away the phone, please." And then one night they opened up the whole thing for us in Sandton in a restaurant. We could have pictures taken with us, and many of the Springbok players were there and so on.
Oh wow, yes.
I had my book with me, and I was going to be the only one with the book. Then all those wannabes that was in the film with me stormed the bookshop, the exclusives there in that center, and all bought books, and everybody now had a book, and they were going to get it signed. But what they don't have, nobody have Morgan Freeman's signature on the book, because he wouldn't sign that night. And I had the book with me still at some point, and I said to him, away from all the other people on another day, and I said to him, "Now, there's no excuse. He's bigger than me." I said, "No, there's no excuse for you." So there it is. The only complete plane.
Incredible. You are very lucky to have that.
Yeah. Then there's the film script I wrote about that book. What else is there? There's the original man who played FAAN in FAAN's TREIN, Willem de la Cueva. Can you see? Then here's a gift from Pieter Dirk Eys when we did the play, Van Artis van Grootwoord. There's a piece of glass from the Klein Libertas Theatre in Stellenbosch when it burned down. You see those? I keep things like that. That was my father. My father was quite a spectacular athlete.
What sport did he do?
He was a 440 hurdles star. They wrote somewhere in a newspaper clipping that I have that his style was even better than the Americans running 440 hurdles those years, you know.
So can you run? Are you good at sprinting?
Man, if anybody in our family would be good at sprinting, it's my two boys, and especially Fleur, the older one. And he's been very good now. He's stopped doing all the bad stuff, the sweets and party tricks and drinking and everything for 7-8 months now. And him and his girlfriend, who is now expecting the Henry, are exercising daily and hard. So I have a suspicion, if you would want, you would be able to go on an athletics track and do well. And it was very fast. And also did hurdles at school. And the Henry is also doing hurdles. And they tell me on the little picture of the baby now, on the what do you call it?
The scan, the 3D scan.
What's that thing?
Ultrasound.
That it seems it could be a boy, and he's got long legs.
So it's running down the genes. It's a good thing.
Yeah. I was relatively fast, but only in amongst slower people. That helps.
So I'm just going to wrap this up, and I'm going to say to you, it was awesome chatting to you and to get an insight into your life and showing us around and finding out all these cool facts about you that I didn't know. And I remember when I first met you, when we did the short film together, and I was like, oh my goodness, I've seen you on TV and on films. And it was amazing. And now to be able to have this awesome interview with you, I really appreciate that you took this time and shared your life with us. I think we've lost you a little bit. Albert, are you there? Pause. Oh, there is it. Are you back? Yay, there you are. I lost you for a second in cyberspace.
Yeah, but I think don't they exclude one after 40 minutes?
Yes, I've got the pay one.
Oh my word! Okay.
I know. I paid today because I really wanted to not cut them short.
Yeah. Okay. That is very nice of you.
Because I think it's nicer to let people just be instead of feeling that they're restricted and have to squash everything into a certain amount of time.
Yeah. Look here, I'm just, while we're talking, taking you, that was my history as a sports presenter, sports editor at a radio station. Got those.
Because you liked doing that, didn't you? The voice, the
sports editor. Yeah, it was interesting. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed parts of it, but what I found was that I didn't like it that much because you had to work while you were actually wanting to enjoy yourself, you know. So that's also. But yeah, I would have, if I'd stayed in that, I would probably have had an overseas tour or two, you know.
What's your favorite place abroad?
Sure, it's tricky to say. We were overseas last year, and we were in Switzerland, which was incredible. What did we say, Mariette? What was the nicest place? What did we enjoy the most? Yeah, that mountain, the Pilatus, right up in the mountain there. I'm not sure, you know. I was disappointed in Italians. They're very unfriendly and abrupt. We still, I think we're still going to get our best overseas place. So far, Switzerland was beautiful, but that was especially that one outing. I think that's right, eh? That was we in Croatia and so forth. We where's the? I wonder where those things are. I loved the whole Roman thing. So
yes.
We had 2 stops. Dubrovnik we stopped, and in Croatia, what was that one town's name, Mariette, where we went with the bus right to the top to a church there, and then we walked down, and I saw all these Roman, old Roman buildings, you know, a lot of them just the remnants of it, because they were destroyed after the war. Of course, Mariette says I must look on the fridge here. This is all where we were. Look at that.
Oh, cool.
Look what we saw here. This was in Venice. This chap said to us that he's got tons of stuff even in, oh, look there.
Oh, yes.
But then that the donkey was in Santorini, and this is where we were. So we were in Basel, and from there we toured all those places. There was up on the mountain, that Pilatus place.
Oh, yes, that sounds like the typical, with the beautiful wooden houses and the flowers and the snow on the tops.
Yeah. I'm going to quickly, I know you want to end this. So what I want to do is I want to quickly show you 1 or 2 things here that I think is spectacular and tell you a little story. How's that?
Yes, of course.
Now, that was a gift from a dear friend who's not with us anymore, Renette Nachtegaal.
Oh, wow. That's beautiful.
She did that when she was, I think, a second year at varsity, and I think it's incredibly beautiful. That was on in FAAN's TREIN, that his father was Frik Oosthuizen, so that was the name board that he made for the coffin that was in the play. That little bear, can you see it?
Yes, in the bag.
Yeah. That my father won that. There was a festival in South Africa that they called Dingansdag.
Oh, yes.
I think it was 9th December or something like that.
Yes, yes.
And he was the youngest participant, 16 December probably, 16 December. He was the youngest participant at the festival here in Cape Town, either against the mountain or something like that. And he was 9 years old, and he what do you say, he presented a poem and won that little bear book for that. So that bear book comes from 1929.
Incredible.
what I wanted to say to you about the art, if you look at that design of mine for Playland, for instance, and now my son, who's now doing architecture, I think a lot of the art went into the designs. So it's not as if the drawing and I think Elsa Slabbert, my dad, and so on, opened up spaces for me. Maria, there's a delivery there. And so, here's the big shop delivering something for us. The story I want to tell you quickly is Elsa Slabbert, and I often get very emotional when I tell this story, but I don't tell it often. And it goes like this. I had class by myself with Elsa in Standard 9. And, we had a lot of art teachers. They never lasted for some reason. And we spoke a lot. So what we discovered, it was her first year as an art teacher. Having finished at the University of Stellenbosch with a master's degree. And she was fantastic. She had all kinds of been laureated in some various ways. Just need to get away from here. There's music coming out of the shower. And what happened, one of these classes, I often used to, I would challenge her a little bit. I'd say to her, who's this Picasso man? Who says he could even ever draw? Why are everybody looking at cubism, and why does it exist in the first place? And she would always say, oh, fierce, when she was challenged, which is, oh, festival. And then she would prove to you, and she would pull out books and page through it and say, yeah, look here, look how he drew when he was a little boy and stuff, So he then went on from being a perfect artist to becoming a different artist than that. And one day, there was a bloke. He was autistic, I think. He had to do his classes on tapes, and there was a painting or drawing or something of his on the wall there. And then of a friend, an old school friend, there was a painting right behind me, which I didn't like at all. I thought all his perspectives were lumbersome and incoherent. So anyway, but it was actually quite a pretty painting, I think, come to think of it, thinking back on it. And I said to her, look at this here. I said, it must be impossible to adjudicate art, because look at this painting of this friend of mine at the back here. It's art. And she said, no, this is art, and this is how he expresses himself. I said, yeah, but okay, let's look at this bloke. And this autistic bloke had a drawing or a painting up on the wall, and it was just a bird in the sky and the sun. I said to her, how do you adjudicate that? I mean, he got drawbacks, but you're an art teacher, and you have to adjudicate that as art, according to the rules of art. That I don't know whether, you should be able to draw certain lines and fit a head, shoulders, and a body in those lines and so on. And this is now, how can you, what you see there that you can adjudicate? And she said, oh, fierce. She said, Albert, he has the limitations. He can't express himself, So he does the classes on cassettes and so forth. So when he gets to draw, that is how he lives, and that is how he communicates. And what is more beautiful than this free-flying bird in the sky?
Yes.
And she said, that is art.
That is art.
But when you have the individual communicates, he's what's really inside of him. Something like that.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. See? So you're now going to start painting, right? And you're going to send me your first painting to see. And we'll post it.
I leave it to people who can paint well. The same as I do with people who can act well.
It's all about your expression.
I love to be a facilitator and let people who can do things really well rather do it than I try.
Oh, well, Albert, it was so lovely to have chatted with you. It was awesome to get an insight into you. It was fun and charming. You are absolutely lovely, and I'm sending you a big hug all over the screen.
Thank you very much, Nadya.
And thank you, and I'll be posting this, and I'll let you know when it's up. So I'm just going to put it into my editing program and do all the little touch-ups, and then I'll be posting. And thank you so much for joining me and doing this for me. It really means a lot to me. So I wish you guys all the best there in lockdown in Melkbos. I hope you guys have an awesome time, and I'll maybe catch up with you some other time again.
Thank you very much, Nadya. I appreciate it, and a hug from me to you as well.
Thank you.
Hierdie is Andrew, van wie ek gepraat het. Hierdie is portrette. Daai een is deur Alistair Findlay. Hy was in die stadium baie in die nuus omdat hy springbokkie in die Weekly Mail geskets het wat kangaroo van die verkeerde kant af bykom. Dit was voordat ek hierdie is Tinus Horrensinne. En daai was ook 'n Tinus Horren. Ek het vir hulle, toe ek in Johannesburg was, gesit. Dan het hulle een keer 'n maand geoefen, jy weet.
Ja.
Daai is ook 'n Tinus Horren.
Incredible.
Tinus Horren, ja, ek het nou die dag die boek gelees van Leon de Kok oor André P. Blink se joernale. En Tinus Horren het dit vertaal. Wat ek jou wou gewys het, o ja, kyk hierso, hierdie skilderye van my skoonpa.
Oh wow, I love that.
As jy nou inzoom op daai goed, né, dan is daar miljoene, ek oordryf, duisende, honderde klein figuurtjies. Ek gaan gou vir jou nader gaan op hierdie ene. Kyk nou. So lyk die skildery. En kyk nou net daar, né.
Oh, wag. Ek moet nou eers mooi kyk. Oh, daar's hy. Oh, wow. Oh my, wat 'n medium het hy gebruik? Waarmee is dit geverf?
Sover ek weet, het hy PVA gebruik. En dan het hy oor jare, né, het hy daarso is miljoene mannetjies daar. Hulle loop almal.
Dis ongelooflik.
Loop almal 'n roete. Jy weet, jy kan nou nie kan nader kom sonder baie moeite en hier oor die kantoor. Maar ja, en dan hierdie ene is op 'n manier ook een van my favorites. Maar ook mannetjies in, jy weet. Nou ja, daar's hy.
Yes, sir.
So 'n mistoneel.
Oh, dis beautiful. Dit waar ons net nou gesit het, dink ek. Dit's baie mooi.
Ja, en dan kyk nou na daai mannetjies en goedjies wat almal hier operate.
Yes, sir. En wie sê hy is die kunstenaar?
Martiens van der Linde. Hy's my skoonpa. Kyk hierso. Hy het daai ook gedoen.
Wow, dis beautiful.
Daai.
Jy's omring deur beautiful kunswerke. Dit beïnvloed seker jou mood.
Hierdie goedjies het ek van oorsee af gebring. En hierdie ou was, toe ek op skool was, my favorite.
Ja. Persistence of time, of is it persistence of memory? Ek kan nie onthou nie, maar daai gesmelte horlosie.
Ja. Hy was ook in flieks en sulke goed, as ek het so een fliek gesien waar hy so sit met sy snor en dan sê hy, ja, nou ging Salvador Dali is being Salvador Dali. Hy is mal soos 'n haas gewees, man. Jy weet, die ouens met 'n feral artist. Ek wat ook 'n vorige keer oor see was saam met 'n vriendin toe, Amelia Burger. Toe gaan ek by so 'n museum in en sy gaan toe nie saam met my daarin. En toe sien sy, dis useless, toe sê ek vir, kry oor 2 ure. En ek moes myself van uit wegskeer, want die ding is jy lees die geskiedenisse van wat jy weet wanneer hulle wat gedoen het en so voorts. Maar dan kom jy by sy drawings en dan kan jy nie glo wat jy sien nie. Jy gaan staan jy so by sy drawing en dan kyk jy en dan sê jy, kyk jy die fyn lynwerk. Ek meen dan kyk jy die fyn streepjies, daar's miljoene, jy weet. En sê hoe kan een mens so baie talent hê? Dis crazy. Maar in elk geval ja. Ja, daar is wat ja. So daai was daai. Ek dink ek het omtrent vir jou verder alles. Hier's baie van sy goedjies nog, né? Hierso is nog, maar 'n mens kan net nie daar naby kom hier oor ons gym nie.
Ek wil weer sien. Dit's bietjie donker daar.
Okay.
O, daar kan ek dit beter sien. Daar's die ligte op. Ongelooflik. Dis is 'n art museum. Jy's is 'n mini Louvre in Melkbos.
Hierdie was die kermis in die Rebellie van LAFRAS VERWEY. Ons wil ons nou die play doen in daai klein teatertjie op die Healing campus. En die eerste ding wat ek vir die ouens gesê het, is, daar ry 'n fiets, die ou ry 'n fiets in die plek. Dis sê ek, ons kan 'n fiets op 'n verhoog is belaglik, jy weet, dit is so lomp, dit is so aaklig, mense hou nie daarvan nie.
Ja.
Toe saag ons 'n fiets op, en ons sit die fiets daar. Jy kan op die foto sien, die fiets hang uit die dak uit.
O ja.
En as hy nou die fiets ry, en hy gaan in daai simfonie in en so, en dan draai hy daai pedale met sy hande, en dit was die beautifulste geleentheid vir fantastiese beligting, sulke strale lig wat deur daai rook kom. So sê, dan gaan hy ook kermis doen. Dan sê ons nou, okay, nou waar gaan ons nou al die perdjies kry wat ry en wat else. En toe sê ek maar wat, ons werk ons met 'n fietstema hier so.
Ongelooflik. Wys net hoe kreatief kan mens dink outside of the box as jy limitations het van net 'n stage.
En in Suid-Afrika moet 'n ou veral nogal seker wees, want jy het nie groot budgets nie. So jy moet alles wat jy doen, moet jy maar design om binne 'n budget te pas, jy weet. Dit vra definitief vir kreatiwiteit, en dan het Wilhelm van der Walt met so 'n lang stok gestaan en dan spin hy net. En dan sê elke nou en dan slat hy met die stok so op die grond. Wat, want dan was 'n vlieg ook in die soundtrack, weet. So.
Lekker reminisce nou.
Ja. En dit was 'n baie lekker proses ook saam met mense wat wil, jy weet. Dit is altyd baie lekker om te werk saam met mense wat wil.
Dis waar, met passie.
Oh, absolutely. Ek dink as 'n ou nie wil jy, moet jy dit nie doen nie.
Moet liewer by die huis bly.
Ja, daar's ander maniere om ryk te word, of daar is maniere om ryk te word, soek hulle.
Cute man.
Ek gaan nou net daai vis in die hande kry. So skade dat ek hom nie sien nie. Hy moet voor lê. Eerste insig wees. Okay, anyway, daar's hy.
Dis reg. Wel, dis dankie. En nou kan ek en ek het nog 'n stuk lekker in Afrikaans ook.
Switserland klop. Dit is 'n stuk in Afrikaans. Ons het nou heeltyd Afrikaans gepraat. Hier is heeltemal.
Dis reg, maar jy kan dit subtitle in YouTube.
Ja. Beautiful.
Wonderlik.
Skitterende werk.
So jy moet nou 'n lekker dag
Dankie.
hê. Ek gaan nou ongelukkig my baba moet gaan voer.
Lekker. Okay.
Ek hoor sy probeer net nou hier by die deur kom. So baie dankie weer eens. Ek gaan sommer nou net die recording vir ons stop. En ek sê net eers baie sê voor ek dit stop. Bye Albert, en dan gaan ek dit stop en dan gaan ek net hierna nog 'n woord net baie sê en dan gaan ek gaan.